What's going on, people? I am very excited today. I've been waiting for a couple of days now to open up this package that I got. It's it's a skull from Proco.com that I guess they have it manufactured to be, printed and then shipped over from China. So it took a while to get here. I've been looking forward to it because I really have no reference material to draw from here at my house, except for Wendell, my little figurine guy, who's over here. There he is. I call him Wendell. So he's my only other help. And, aside from paying models and doing life drawing and stuff, of course, there's lots of online reference, but, having stuff there in person, it's nothing like it. So anyway, I'm going to open this up without further ado. And, man, let's see how this is. I really think this is going to be awesome. Let's see here. Ba-boom. X-Acto knife is going crazy on me here. All right. What do we got? Ooh, that looks nice. All right. There. Okay. Anatomical skull. Proco. Look, he is professional, man. This is legit. This is legit. This was worth waiting for. He had a sale over the holidays, and by the time I got around to ordering mine, because I never buy things, right on time. I always wait and I think about things because I'm cheap. So I ordered this thing after they had all sold out, and I had to wait. So now what is it now? It's March, almost April, and it just came in the mail. So that was a long wait. I don't fault Proco for it. People just want a skull and it's sold out. Good for him. That's awesome business. So here it is. Oh my gosh, that is legit. Legit. Oh man. And there's the jaw. How does the jaw fit on? The jaw fits on. Oh, so, it's magnetic. Oh, it sticks in magnetically. Oh man, that is great. Seriously. Man, thank you, Proco, for making this thing. Look at that. Look at that. It opens up like this. Oh man, come on. I got a little tripod for this too. I'm going to go find that tripod right now. I'll be right back.
Sometime later.
Yes, sir. This is looking good. Yeah, it says here, built-in tripod socket, 1/4 inch for easy posing. Average proportions for artists based on the Loomis head. Am I peeking out here with my audio? Sorry about that, guys. All right, anatomically correct male skull based on the Loomis head. So that's like the book Loomis drawing that I don't have. I have a bunch of other ones, but I don't have that one yet. It's coming. Anatomically correct male skull, removable magnetic jaw. As we have seen, this just comes book off and it goes book back on. No problem. All right, so let's see how this fits on a tripod. Boom. Boom. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty right there. Oh yeah. Let's see. See that? On the tripod, fully adjustable. This is the pose I've been working on with it up like that. I think I'm going to finish up this episode by doing some drawing with this, because this right here is a good time. Some people like to party and hang out with their friends, and I like to do that too. But this is really, I just love drawing. Love drawing from life. Okay. Hell yeah. Let's get at it. I've been working on this video for the past week, And during this week, the world has changed drastically with all the measures that are being taken to try to constrain this virus, this COVID-19, this coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. So everything's thrown up in the air. The world is on pause. Businesses are struggling to try to keep afloat. People have been laid off, and it all seems really dire and awful. And I'm not immune to it as well. That being said, I'd spend a lot of time on this video channel, whatever, trying to be academic and heady and intellectual. And in real life, I'm kind of bubbly and generally not too intellectual. I'm just a guy, just a normal dude. And so I'm thinking, I'll lighten up a little bit. I'm generally kind of optimistic about things, and I tend to look for the good in people, because that's the smart way to be. If you're always looking for the bad in things, for something critical, you'll find it. It's there. It's part of human nature to always look on to the worst case scenario, right? And that's smart. It's really intelligent to be that way. I heard a saying one time, in nuclear physics in Russia, the worst thing you can have as a nuclear physics, a nuclear engineer, is an optimist. When you're dealing with something that's really dangerous, you want someone who's thinking of the worst possible scenario at all times, and they're preparing for it. And that's I guess what we're doing right now. We're trying to come out with the best possible turnout for the situation at hand, and that's flattening the curve, and that's trying to slow it down and get everyone built up with some kind of immunity towards it, so the hospitals can handle people who really need hospitalization. And in the meantime, we're all stuck at home. We're all watching videos and connecting on the internet. We're connecting on Zoom.com for things like church gatherings and martial arts studios and whatnot, for the things that people do in groups. You're turning to technology, which is, second best, but it's not awful. It's not awful. It's a very unique time. I'm sure we're going to be talking about this for years to come afterwards. The thing that I'm getting out of this, and perhaps I'll share it with you, is that it's not permanent. This is going to be done and over with in a couple of months, and we're going to be getting back to life as usual before you know it. And the economy will recover and people will be employed again. But there's going to be a price that people are paying in the meantime. There are people that are going to get sick and that they're not going to make it. And there's going to be people who will suffer a lot of financial loss. And, my heart goes out to these folks. What a time. What a time. So I started this video, with a skull, and I was thinking about this, talking with my friend, why I should probably change it, because the skull is kind of symbolic of death. And, I tend to look at the meaning behind things and whatnot, and, symbolism and what have you. But of course, this isn't about, death. This is about practice and art. And you can see here that I'm having a great time. This is a lot of fun for me, and I'm not looking at it as a symbol of death. In fact, it's kind of the other way around. For me, this is what life is all about. I love studying and drawing and digging into my craft, getting into the things that make life most enjoyable for you. And this is exactly what this is for me. This is my happy place, I don't have many viewers yet. This thing is just starting out, and who knows, maybe I never will have a lot of viewers. But the viewers that I do have, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming and, spending time with me and hearing me talk about stuff and watch my drawings and all that. It's really great to have you aboard. Don't take it for granted. So what you're seeing here is study in perspective as well as anatomy. This is a tip I learned from a Korean genius named Kim Jong-gi, who's just an incredible drafts person. He draws like just these brilliant and insane illustrations from his head with no photo reference in perfect perspective. It's mind-boggling what this guy can do. So I am taking a note from him here and drawing boxes around whatever it is I'm drawing to try to keep my perspective in, because I never actually studied perspective in school. I did a lot of life drawing. I did a lot of theory, did different kinds of things like film and photography, but I never got to dig into perspective and anatomy like I wanted to in post-secondary. So I'm getting to that later in life, and I'm having a blast. Like it's so much fun. You can see I got my Corona gloves on here, and this is me just drawing, on a little bit of time off that I have during the day. I take my camera with me. And this is my new world here, is I just take my camera everywhere I go and draw and practice and film it. It's a good time. It's a lot of fun. I suppose that my audience is mostly artists. My target audience would be artists, right? But I don't want to limit it to that. And maybe this is naive of me, but what I want to do is help out people with an artist's perspective on life and get into talking about things that everyone can relate to, not just artists, and bring something to the table. Join a conversations that matter, conversations that make you think. And to do that and to do it well, there's no way that I can be negative or critical or the kind of jerk that I've been in the past. And I'm being totally honest and transparent with you about that. I have been a jerk, and I still am in a lot of ways, but I'm a work in progress. And one of the things that I look to become a better person all the time is something I'm going to share with you here. It's a scripture from Philippians 4, and it's a long one here, but let me qualify this, all right? So, I'm a Christian, and I don't want to preach to people. My goal here is to inspire and to make life better, not to try to convert you to my religion, because most of my friends and family are not Christian, and so I've learned how to, exist among people who think differently than I do, and to not be offensive, and to not, be crazy zealous, even though I am on the inside. But what this is about here is becoming the kind of person that people want to be around. And the spirit behind that had to change in me from being very critical and negative and kind of self-righteous to being, to just being better all around. I'm going to share with you one of my favorite scriptures, the one that's on my head all the time as I'm a work under construction. The renovation project is working towards the person that embodies this. It says here, "Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, and with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." That's the first part. And the second part here is what my art is all about. It says here, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." Think about such things. That's the direction that you focus on. Instead of tearing people down or building on the already critical, negative kind of attitudes that are out there that are so prevalent, be the cure, right? Be the solution to those things. And finally, this is Paul who says this. He says, "Whatever you have learned or received from me, put it into practice, and the peace and the God of peace will be with you." So it's you're forcing your thoughts, directing them into something that's going to be better than what it actually is, not for the sake of Pollyanna or to be positive or to bring about some kind of thing like The Secret, like The Secret, the law of attraction. That's not, this is about mental discipline and focusing on the right things as far as you can. So that's what I'm working on, and I hope you appreciate it. Maybe you get something out of it. Maybe you think I'm full of crap. Either way, let me know. Leave a comment in the section, and if you got this far in the video, thank you so much. I will see you next week with more art and things to think about. Bye now.